We'd like to ask our guest this evening to come and join us on stage. Rick Scott, please welcome you to the stage.
If I come back in another life, I'm going to start a band called the Siobhans. Seems like a good idea. Yeah. Rick Scott and the Siobhan. One of the things that I'm very happy about in my life is I've got 9 grandchildren. There's really nothing to it. Don't play. Just wait. Yeah. But the journey is a long and a strange one, and it doesn't always go the way you think it's going to go. And we had the first grandchild, and everything was just amazing. Just amazing. We went to the Vancouver Children's Hospital to see our first grandson, Max. And the kids were so excited to have a grandson, and we just had flowers and chocolate and toys and everything. We came into that room, and we said, Max, welcome to the world. Here are the flowers. We put them in the balls. Here's the candy. We ate it. And we played, we had a party, and we actually got thrown out. And then, again, 2 years later, we're waiting for the call because my daughter-in-law's in the hospital. She's in labor. We're going to have another grandchild. And we're waiting, and we're getting on each other's nerves, and we're waiting, and finally the phone rings, and it's a girl. And we get in the car, and we drive to Vancouver Children's Hospital. We're walking down the hallway. We got more flowers. We got more candy. We got more toys. And we're about to go in the room. And the nurse comes up to me and says, Mr. Scott, before you go in the room, I have to talk to you. And I said, well, if it's about the party, that's fine. It was the children's fault, and I don't condone that kind of behavior. Can I go see my granddaughter? And they said, no, Mr. Scott, we have to tell you, your granddaughter was born with Down syndrome. And I didn't know what to do. I just got very scared. And I started yelling at them that wasn't true. They started yelling at me about a chromosome. And I looked at the kids, and the kids were looking at me because Daddy's always so funny. He always says something that makes everything okay. And I just had tears in my eyes. And then, through this weird moment in my life, this voice came through, Mr. Scott, go see your granddaughter. So we walked in the room, and we all got it. Everybody in my family got it. Without saying a word, we realized what was really happening was that we now had an angel. This is not the kind of angel that you've seen in the Hallmark cards. This is the angel that will walk with you in the world. This is an angel that will show you laughter the way you never knew how to laugh. And cry the way you never knew how to cry. And you'll spend a day with this angel, and you'll see the world, and you will be shunned. And at the end of the day, you will be exhausted. And at the end of the day, you will notice your heart got bigger. And you will also begin to understand that funny little word called compassion. You really get it. And so in the middle of all this, I'm trying, as my grandchild is growing up, I'm trying to think, well, what can I do? What can I do? I'm a guy that plays this weird little instrument. And just then I met a woman named Jo Mills who said, hi, I'm Jo Mills, and I've got an organization called the Down Syndrome Research Foundation, and you're a musician, aren't you? I said, yes. She goes, well, what are you waiting for? 2 weeks from now, 250 children with Down syndrome, the Vancouver Hotel, be there. So I'm excited. I'm just blown away. I think this is going to be the most amazing thing, and I don't even know why yet. And so the night before I have to play this show, I'm trying to think, well, I got to write a song. I've got to make up a special song like I did. You know that first song we did tonight, I made up for the choir. That one I blew the flute on. I've never played flute in public in my life. Just, you know, keep me score. So all night long, I'm in my studio, and I've got this crumpled up piece of paper, this envelope, and I'm thinking, okay, song about this. And the only thing I kept coming up with was the angels. And I was drinking too much coffee, eating too much chocolate, and there were no toys. And next thing I know, I'm in the Vancouver Hotel, and there's 250 children, and I started playing music. And that's when I realized it's a typo. It's not downs, it's ups. Because when they hear music, they start rocking. because they love music and they sing along with you, and it's just the party started happening, and I started feeling really confident, and I got halfway through the show and I said, I made up a song for you, and I've never sung it for anybody in my whole life, and I'm going to sing it right now. And the whole room stopped, and I took out that crumpled up piece of envelope, and I saw it have a grandfather thing. And there were words going up, over, crossed out, covered in chocolate, covered in coffee stains, and they're sitting there waiting for their song. And so in my desperation, I got down on my knees, and I took that piece of paper and I stuck it way out here. And I pulled the microphone down, and I'm staring at that piece of paper with everything I've got. And I get about halfway through the song, and it's going really well. And I look up to see how it's going, and there's nobody there. They all came around behind me to see what the heck I was staring at. I always thought that they could fly without a care and hang around clouds floated in the air. And if they lost a part, they always had a spare, for which it must have been it's really kind of rare. You love like these angels do. You love like these angels do. There we go! join the band and they originate in many different lands. And do not worry, they always understand that when the